Ladies and gentlemen, it is the month of August here on the Off the Mic Sports Network officially. And of course, we had to start the month of August with a bang. And this is my first bit of sports content in a while, and it's a big one. Um, Dallas Cowboys star pass rusher, edge rusher, linebacker, whatever you want to call him, one of the most elite defensive players in the entire NFL, Micah Parsons, has officially asked for a trade away from the Dallas Cowboys. And here we go again with another high profile negotiation gone wrong with Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys. But let me read you guys, it's all over social media now. Micah Parsons put this out on his X profile not too long ago before I hit record on this video. He said, "Yes, I wanted to be here. I did everything I could to show I wanted to be a Cowboy and wear the star on my helmet. I wanted to play in front of the best fans in sports and make this America's team once again, the team my pops and I grew up cheering for way up in Harrisburg, PA. Unfortunately, I no longer want to be here. I no longer want to be held to closed door negotiations without my agent present. I no longer want shots to be taken at me for getting injured while laying it out on the line for the organization, our fans, and my teammates. I no longer want narratives created and spread to the media about me. I had purposely stayed quiet in hopes of getting something done. But since there is confusion out there, let me clear some things up. I had my agent reach out to the Cowboys last offseason after my third year in hopes of getting a deal done early. Unfortunately, the team did not want to start negotiations at that point. I was okay with that and didn't complain and focused on the 24 season. After that season, I told my agent once again to let them know we were open to negotiate when they met at the combine. My agent informed me I should wait for other deals to get done because the price would only go up, but I didn't care and wanted to secure myself as a Cowboy long term. And this was before the 24 season. After the season, I told my agent once again to let the team know we were open to renegotiate when they met. Okay, I'm reading this again. Long term. This was before, because he posted this, so this is a little confusing. This was before any other pass rushers got deals done in the offseason. I knew I would be leaving the money on the table, but again, I was okay with that. Again, radio silence. March, I met with Mr. Jones. And so, like, more thing, like, he goes into great detail about this. It's just, he said, up to today, when we go to the end of this, up to today, the team has not had a single conversation with my agent about a contract. Not one demand has been made by my agent about money, years, or anything else. Still, I stayed quiet, but again, after repeated shots at myself and all the narratives, I have made a tough decision. I no longer want to play for the Dallas Cowboys. My trade request has been submitted to Stephen Jones personally. Yeah, he posted this off an iCloud note, so like some of these posts are like not clipped off correctly, but this is social media. So, listen, I've said this going back to when the whole clown situation that they had with Brian Schottenheimer. And I think Brian Schottenheimer is a good man, good football coach, but I don't know if he's the head coach. This organization, the Dallas Cowboys, is run like a fucking clown car. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this means that Micah Parsons is going to get traded, but whatever happens here, it's not going to look good for the Dallas Cowboys because they have totally misplayed their hand here in you. And now you heard the words in there. Like he's tired of repeated shots about his character and about, like, you know, his ability to play. And he feels like he's put it all on the line. That sounds like a fractured relationship to me. Now, I'd be lying to you guys if I was telling you that I totally think that he's leaving the Cowboys, because I literally experienced the same thing a few months ago with Myles Garrett asking for a trade from the Cleveland Browns, and then all of a sudden Myles Garrett got paid. Dak Prescott had didn't get this bad, but he held out for a while for a new contract, and right before the season he got paid 40, 50, 60 million, something crazy in annual yearly value. But if you're a Cowboys fan, I'm speaking to you right now. You all know what the problem is here. It's Jerry Jones. This guy's stuck 30 years ago. The Dallas Cowboys are one of the most storied franchises, not just in the NFL, in all of sports. All of sports. They have so much lineage, like, the championships in the 90s, but since that point where they went on that run, I think it was 4 championships in the 90s. Since that point, they have just absolutely shit the bed on a number of different occasions, whether it be coaches, star players, um, and then, they underachieve in the playoffs. They haven't been to a conference title game since the 90s in 30 years. Like, God, for God's sake, I think the last time they might have won a conference championship, the Cleveland Browns moved to Baltimore. That's how bad this is. So to see Micah Parsons be the latest example of Jerry Jones, and some of this may, one of my friends, Andrew, who you guys have seen on this channel, would speak to this, that some of this is just about getting attention on the Cowboys. But when you're a professional owner of a sports team that has a brand like the star on the helmet of the Dallas Cowboys, don't you want to be conducting business like you know what the fuck you're doing? Jerry Jones has always wanted to be in control. And in the last 30 years, that has absolutely screwed the pooch for the Dallas Cowboys. And now you're in a position right now where you're in a no-win situation with Micah Parsons, one of the best defensive players in the NFL. Star pass rushers have gotten paid left and right. Trey Hendrickson's looking to get paid. Myles Garrett got paid. TJ Watt just got paid. And now you're in a situation where you've alienated your star player to the point where he doesn't want to be there anymore. So if you can turn the ship around and bring him back, you're going to massively overpay for him, which in a salary cap league, that's going to hurt you long term, or you're going to have to trade it. And you already don't have leverage because even though you could probably get a decent value, teams know that Micah Parsons does not want to be a Dallas Cowboy anymore. And what's upsetting about this for Cowboys fans, he loves this team. Micah loves this team. This guy has been the embodiment of the Dallas Cowboys really since he got there. And it was a tremendous selection for them. And this guy is a hard worker. He's done everything the right way for Dallas. And he feels like, hey, I've kept my mouth shut for as long as I could. And then he puts out that long, detailed message. This was hinted at by Diana Rossini that this was going to turn ugly. And this has gotten ugly in a hurry. I don't know where this is going to go. We've got a month until the season. And now Micah Parsons is asking for a trade. It's the second major player in the NFC East that asked for a trade. Terry McLaurin from the Washington Commanders asked for one yesterday. This feels more serious than Terry McLaurin because it feels like Micah Parsons clearly feels like he has been wronged. And it's the latest example of Jerry Jones just not knowing what the fuck he is doing. So, listen, if you're a Cowboys fan, get at me in the comments. Do you think they should trade him? If you're a fan of another team, you could dunk on Jerry because, listen, I've been saying this for a while through shows with Andrew, who I know is a Cowboys fan, and also obviously through that whole debacle that was that coaching situation after, the very public, dismissal of Mike McCarthy and then, hiring Brian Schottenheimer, who's never been a head coach despite being a coordinator for 30 years. Like, it's mind-numbing stupidity, really. And I expect this type of level of incompetence from my ownership of my football team, the team that I root for, the Cleveland Browns. Jimmy Haslam, you should expect something like this from an owner of a bad football team who thinks he knows better. When you've owned a team as long as Jerry Jones has owned the Dallas Cowboys, you should know better. But this guy is power hungry. This guy wants to be in control of everything. And it's led to the detriment and downfall of his football team. It really is bad. So, anyway, I got nothing else to say, man. I'll see you guys soon.